to come. We have so many businesses there that will expand and improve, and we hope to have a groundbreaking before this year is out in technology. There's so much that we can do and will do. So where Chinatown is downtown and they're having a fight over whether or not they want a ball field near them, we know that we want Africa Town. So instead of Chinatown out here in Southwest, we want Africa Town. So we are very eager to make sure that all of you get all the information you can. This cultural fair and this community resource affair is really something that was created for you by ACANA and by Belinda Church and the team from ACANA to make sure that you have updated information on everything from jobs to free children to I've been just listening to about urban technology to so much other information. Mark Varela's here and so many people that I've known you all for many, many years, as you know. So let me say that we wish you all, and I know the McNair family is long as I don't know how long, maybe 35, 40 years. So we are happy to be with them. I'm happy to be with all of you. And so let me thank you all the presenters. We're grateful for your commitment. We're grateful that we see Kathy Fillmore Richardson's table right here. And you know she's running for re-election and we're supporting her 1,000%. She's endorsed by everybody. So we saw other things. I saw that State Senator Anthony Hardy Williams has his face. So we have many officials who are citywide and who are out here that we're happy to support because Jimmy Harity and so many others, because they support us and they want to help us when it comes to crime, when it comes to fixing up our community, and when it comes to helping us get jobs, servicing us in every way we can. So I wanted to come by to wish you all well. You see they have lunch over there as well. And so let me wish you all well. We're always here to help you. I'm always here. God gave me this to do. Scripture tells you in season and out of season. So I can be in office or out of office. It doesn't matter. I will always do public service because it's what God gave me to do. So have a great day. Enjoy the lunch, learn a lot, and God bless you and see you soon. Thank you. Thank you.
Just one last announcement. Of course, first, thank you so much, Councilwoman Blackwell. We always just appreciate your support. I just wanted to let everybody know we do have food. It is free and it is plentiful. So straight through this door, back here, straight down the hall, there's individually boxed lunches, like different sandwiches. We've got veggie options coming soon, a couple minutes. Please feel free to wander back there and grab stuff. I think we're getting popcorn and cotton candy set up. They're doing free books in the back for the kids. So just thank you all so much. Have a great one.
We have a really lot of programs, different free programs in the community. We're going to give out and check out some of the programs we have. I'm going to go around from table to table. We're going to talk to some of the wonderful stuff we have. Right here, this is ACANA. This is ACANA table. African Cultural Alliance of North America. So these are some of the programs we have. How you doing, sir?
Hello, how are you? I'm from Lrtn.
So tell me a little bit about this table. What's up with this table?
It's a service provider.
Okay.
We provide all the services that people need to exist in America.
So what are some of the services you provide?
We give health. We have a health clinic. We have people who work out your taxes.
Your taxes free?
Mm-hmm. Everything here is free.
It's free. Okay. And,
We prepare people for the U.S. citizenship program.
U.S. citizenship program.
Yes.
All of this is free. All of this is free.
It's free.
Okay. What else you have?
This is the English test preparation. English language.
For those who speak
English well.
different countries.
Yes.
What do they do? They just come over and sign up to ACANA office.
Yes, to ACANA office.
It's free.
It's free.
Is there anything you want to say to
I was from Liberia.
Go from Liberia.
Yes, but I am a citizen now.
Okay. So can you speak to the folks that are watching from Liberia? You want to say to them, let them know how they can get in touch?
Oh yes, if you're from Liberia and you don't know your way around, you just affiliate with ACANA and we can take you around. We can take you around too. So don't worry about your stay in America, okay?
So there's another table we have here.
Some it goes up to 13.
What do we have on this table?
So we have a lot of resources here. We have here we have a lot of job resources. So job fairs, different UPS, SEPTA, people that are hiring right now. The police academy. Also, we have information about the next upcoming expungement clinic. So for anyone who has a record, or that's coming up next Saturday.
So basically, this is just an announcement, right?
And then, these are all of his resources. We have information about camp, like for the kids.
So,
And then on the other side, it's adult education, free dental clinic information. So all resources. This is some of the stuff is at ACANA and some of the stuff is elsewhere. I'm Simone. Just volunteer.
This association, you can see this young man. He's a junior block captain. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Israel Adams, and I'm a junior block captain, and we live on Turner Street.
So we have all kinds of information that we know is relevant for our block captains and for people who live in our community. We have the information for the block captains investiture service. It's an annual event taking place on May 20th this year over on Drexel's campus at 3140 Market Street. And it's where we celebrate, empower, and encourage block captains. It's not easy to be a block captain or to be a junior block captain, which is what he is. And so we appreciate being here. We appreciate ACANA. You guys always do a great, great job. And we have resources about taxes so people can stay in their homes. Thank you.
How you doing, sir? I'm with the Register of Wills office. I'm the outreach coordinator here, representing the Honorable Tracy L. Gordon, who is the Register of Wills and Clerk of Office Court for the city and county of Philadelphia. This is an elected office. This office has been part of the city of Philadelphia since the 1600s, and Register Gordon is the first woman, first African American to hold his seat. We here are giving information on wills, how to make your wills, who we partner with to get your will done. We have information about our social media campaign, Tangle Titles. We are assisting people who have Tangle Titles who are living in homes that are owned by people who are now deceased. We are assisting them to getting their names on those titles so they can become rightful homeowners.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And actually, we're waiting on Register Gordon now. She's actually on her way to address us. How you doing?
Hi everybody, my name is Wilson Alexander. I'm here representing Senator Anthony Williams. Senator Williams' office represents the 8th Senatorial District. He is in his office is at 2901 Island Avenue, and we're here today Just talking about some of the services that the Senator's office offers. There are a lot of issues that people have when it comes to dealing with the state, and our office handles those issues for you, and they include unemployment issues, housing issues. It may have something to do with illegal dumping, and it may have something to do with maybe some unclaimed money that the state owes you. So you can contact us, and we'll help you kind of like navigate that area, whatever your concern is with the state. Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Philadelphia Reading Captain. Oh, this have to do with books for the kids. How you doing, ladies? How you doing? Can I talk to somebody? So tell me, what is this about? What's the table about?
We are the Philadelphia Reading Captains, and we have 6 different regions. This is our region Southwest, myself, Diane Mills, and LaShawn. And our goal is to make sure that kids are reading by Thrive at 5 so you can read by 4th grade. So we give out resources to parents and caregivers. We're in the schools, we're at events. Anywhere there's families, that's where we'll go.
Okay. So all of that is free?
Yeah. Everything is free. It's FREE. Free.
Okay, so if you leave from here today, how do people get in touch with you guys?
You can reach us on, it's called the Philadelphia Reading Captains, and we have a page, or you can get me at Mills, MILLS, _DI2 at yahoo.com.
All right, so this is for anybody living within the Philadelphia area, right?
Yes. Yes, but we have 6 different regions. We have one in North Philly, Southwest, West, Northwest, and Northeast.
So you're actually part of the program? Do you actually teach the kids? You're a teacher or something?
No, I'm not a teacher. Actually, I'm a community educator. But I am a child advocate for literacy.
I'm the same. I'm a reading captain in Southwest Philadelphia. My name is LaShawn Hurst, and I represent the reading captains in Southwest Philadelphia.
Okay. So how is the program? Is the program really good? So far?
Okay, so it's an organization. We're under Global Citizens, and we're an organization that advocates for early literacy for family communities. Yes.
Within the Philadelphia area?
In the Philadelphia area, yes.
All right. Okay, so I see you got a lot of books.
Yes, we partner with the Free Library of Philadelphia. We partner with the First Book, Philadelphia Book Bank, with city council members. We partner with the zoo.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now you got summertime is coming. The kids are going to be off of school. Do you have a particular program that this program is going to keep running this summer?
Yes, this will be running all through the summer. Matter of fact, we do pre-K, kindergarten registration. That's one of the things we're focusing on right now, making sure our Philadelphia children who are going to be age 5.
September 1st.
September the 1st. Yeah.
Now, do you guys mail the books to them?
No.
They have to come?
We don't mail books. You have to come to our locations that we do.
Do you have a special program for kids who are disabled? For disabled kids?
We don't discriminate. We service every child.
Okay.
Every child is serviced. And we also partner with other programs also that are representative. Just like today, we have Sensory Kids for kids who are artistic right here. And we do have some books for children who are artistic. So we we kind of meet the needs of all the people.
We have these busy books.
Okay, yeah, see that?
Sensory book.
All right. Okay, that's good. So the kids' parents have to bring them to you, right?
Yes, and we also have neighborhood family book club. Right now we're doing one at Eastwick Library the last Tuesday of the month from 4 to 5. We also are in Clark Park on Saturdays if the weather permits. We're doing that. And if you call us, we'll come out.
Thank you very much.
We would love to partner. Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. A package for them to take?
Yes, so we run a program called the Bees Project. Bees Project.
Bees Project.
B.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And so the parents would get financial incentives for filling out questionnaires. They can scan the QR code and it goes right into the survey. And then the children will either get a nutrition program or early literacy program. So they need to be between 16 months and 3 years of age. Yes, and so what they receive in their package are some beans that they can grow, kindergarten readiness information, and then Jaden's Impossible Garden, which is a book about a young man that lives in an urban setting and he sees the beauty around them, but the adults can't see it. Pardon me? No, not really. I do want to introduce my books, though, if you don't mind. So I'm the author of 2 books. The first one is called The Ice Cream Man is Coming, and it's a walk through the ice cream man's journey around the town. And so it's for children that are between 0 and 5. And so the pictures are very repetitive so that the children are able to start reading or feel like they read on their own. And it's scaffolds. So at first, the children can look at the picture and say it's a mailman. But as they get older, they actually know that this word becomes mailman. So same with, each of the different locations that he goes. And then my second book is Our Family is Different. And it was built to help children recognize that no matter what their circumstances are that they came from, that they're loved. I am the author, Monica Allison. Yes, definitely. And I'll sign them for you.
America. And so this program is just a resource for the community. Just bring everybody together. Everything is free. Everything here is free. We have free books. We have different various resources in every area, but mainly it's a criminal expungement event. So if you have criminal record expungement event, so if you have any minor criminal records, things that could probably come off your record that's preventing you from progressing further in life, you can come here and we will be able to help you. It's private, completely private. You don't have to worry about anything. Just come here, go in the room there, and they will be taken care of. If they can take off your record, if they cannot, they will take you to the next step on how you can get that handled.
John Hines National Wildlife Refuge from Mission Wildlife, and right now we are showing off our spring calendar events. All of our programs are completely free to the community. We have our Junior Ranger Summer Camp going on. We have a couple of jobs this summer to get into some ecology restoration and a lot of job development training in that aspect. On top of that, we have the Philadelphia Pollinator Network, where we're working with community leaders to find green spaces in their neighborhood and redeveloping them, getting more green, more food, and just and also nice, safe, green sanctuaries for people who live here.
Okay, so summer camp?
Yes, summer camp. That is our Junior Ranger summer camp. Do you want to hold that up?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes, ages 8 to 11. Absolutely free. Everything we do is free.
It's free. Okay. So how do people get in touch?
Oh yeah. There is a little phone number here as well as our Ed Team's email to get registered. And you can just say, hi, I'm interested in this. My kid is this age and we want to register for this date. No, you're not to. For the summer camp, no. It's open to anybody. Yeah, for these positions, we do prefer somebody who's local, as we are working with high school crews, and we want to make sure that they're a part of the community, they care about the community, and that's why they're working in the community to make it a greener space.
Technology project. We are we're the Urban Technology Project. We actually are partnered with the School District of Philadelphia. We help youth, young adults and adults get into the IT field. Maybe they are not necessarily equipped or financially have the financial withstand to be able to go into college. We give them a chance to get certifications, get IT experience within the school districts, working with technology teachers, also doing repairs, helping with smart boards, updating systems. We give them all different types of assistance and help throughout the program. This is a paid training program. Yes. The whole program is a paid training program. We pay between $25,000 to $25,000 a year for our computer support specialists. $25,000 a year for our computer support specialists. When you earn your first certification, you get a $1,000 raise at the end. We also pay for your transportation for monthly TransPass or mileage and reimbursement. We also do give health insurance also with our program as well. Yeah. So for our pre-apprenticeship program, which is our DSFs, they are from ages 18 up to 24. You have to just have a high school diploma for that. With our computer support specialists, it is from 18 on up. I have apprentices that are actually, one that is actually 56 years old that's in my program. And she's learning how to do technology. She's doing the sys inventory. She's repairing printers and computers and everything of that sort. Not necessarily living in the Philadelphia area. Yes. I have an apprentice that actually lives in Jersey and comes across the bridge every day. No, all of our program is in-house because you're actually working in the schools. We're in over 80 schools across the city of Philadelphia. No problem.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm a representative from the Digital Service Fellow. So pretty much what we do is I'm spacing. So what they do is they teach you about technology and stuff like that. They put you more so inside of a elementary school and you help along the technology teacher there. So you'll help the teacher along the way or a student who needs help with like their Chromebook or whatever like that. But you mostly just help make sure that the technology teacher that you're with is able to run their class smoothly, and you're there more so as to assist them with what they need to do. So you get paid about $20,500, excuse me, and they'll pay for like SEPTA monthly. Unless you drive, then they'll pay for like a mileage and stuff like that. Yeah.
We also do mentorships with both of the programs, so you get a chance to get paired up with a mentor that may work for the school district. Also, school district, worldwide, visual sound, Comcast. We have those different mentors that actually come in and they work alongside with our apprentice and pre-apprentice. We also help with networking at the end of the program year, so therefore that people can actually get jobs afterwards. With his DSF program, they also do different clubs within the program, and they work with PSTV and video sounds and different stuff like that as well, and get all the training and certifications that we pay for.
Thank you very much. Great information. I hope people watching and seeing that.
Thank you.
How are you? I don't know if I'm the powerhouse. I know I'm Kofi Jabata. Okay. Well, somebody said don't. you know, 25 years ago, when this whole issue of making sure that we have our presence in Southwest Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, when it started, I did not imagine that we will have so much opportunity coming for our people, and with the resources available. This is what I'm so much happy about today. Our children, especially early Liberians who came to the United States, has so much issue with crime. And in America, when you have that mistake, you do not get away from it easily. So this is an opportunity for those issues to be resolved and gotten rid of.
I noticed that you have a lot of resources in the Southwest area. And we have folks live in the Northeast area. People live in North Philadelphia area. What are you going to do to build and improve them? Because people are watching and all of that.
Well, I know that question was coming. I just want to tell a Liberian, do you know that when you are somebody from Nuku Town and Lucky Town and all of that town, folks always like to advocate for their specific area. My interviewer is actually advocating to say, why can you expand to the Northeast? And what that means is that our resources are so limited that we've had problems with expanding adequately in the Northeast. But yes, sir, if you guys can work with some of our staff to expand some opportunity like this to the North, it would be more than happy. We are a Philadelphia organization, not Southwest Philadelphia organization. Listen to this. If you see what's going on in here, there are many organizations here. There are different people that are walking in. We don't know who's a criminal, who's not a criminal. And this program was organized in a way that you can walk quietly to where the people are doing the expungement, and nobody will know you are even there. So what I'm saying here is that after today's date, take the ACANA information, 215-729-8225, talk to Belinda and say, you know what, I have a problem. How can I help? How can you guys help me? And we will redirect you to those who are doing the expungement cleaning today. The expungement today will involve the pardon by the governor. So in other words, if your crime is so grave, they will still be able to get to the governor and make sure that an application is put there on your behalf, and we will use our own political support system to push that kind of application for an expungement of your particular case.
Electricians Union.
So what's going on here?
So this is Local 98. We're electricians.
Okay, electrician?
Yes.
Oh, okay, electrician.
Yes.
So those that got a home and looking for electrician, this is a table over
so
here.
it's commercial and industrial. We're IBW, Local 98 electricians. We have a pre-apprenticeship program which is for 11th and 12th grade girls. This is something new that they're starting. It's a 9-week course, and they come out with an OSHA certified, OSHA certificate. They come out with first aid and CPR certificate as well.
Okay, is that free?
Yes, this is free. Everything is free. So we have a 5-year apprenticeship.
Okay.
You go to work 4 days out the week. You're in school 1 day out the week. All tuition free. So you're getting paid to learn. So while you're working, you're 4 days a week, you're working for a contractor, and you're getting paid from that contractor. And when you're in school the 1 day out the week, you're actually getting paid to come to school as well.
Okay, so when they go to the summertime, you guys pay out stuff during the summertime?
So that's what Rosie's Girls is all summer. Okay. So when you're in an apprenticeship program, which is Rosie's Girls is pre-apprenticeship.
Okay.
So when you're in an apprenticeship with Local 98, you're in school like all the time until you finish your 5-year apprenticeship. So once you're done your 5-year apprenticeship, your hours accumulate, and then you become a journeyman, topping out at like $68 an hour. Yeah. Yes. Well, Local 98 is Philadelphia's local. They also have Local 98 is also in Norristown as well. Yes. So you can go 98 North is Norristown, Philadelphia 98 South is Philadelphia. So you can apply for Local 98 in either places. And then once you do the apprenticeship, then you'll finish your apprenticeship. So, but they start you off, you'll start off as a first-year apprentice, and then as time goes on, you get hours and become second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. Yes. Yep, you're welcome.
The program. Let me ask you a little.
Hi, my name is Belinda Church. I'm the benefits counselor for ACANA. I'm one of the organizers of this event. It's a community. Yes. We're just excited to bring much needed resources to the community. Job resources, free classes. A lot of people don't know that Community College of Philadelphia is basically free right now. It started 2 years ago, and a lot of people have never heard of it, you know? Free. It's called the Octavius Cato Scholarship. And not only is it free, but they give you support for transportation, food, all of this stuff. And that program is not run through ACANA. Community College of Philadelphia runs that program, but we're just trying to bring all of this good information to the community because a lot of people don't know about this stuff. So far, so good. I was worried that the rain was going to keep people away, but people came out. I think it's because we really need, these are things that we really need, and I think people really respond to that. Yes. So you don't need any, the only documents you need is your ID. Besides that, just show up. The attorneys are here. They're going to pull up your record and they'll talk to you about what your options are. Some things can be completely taken off of your record. Some things can be sealed, which just means that it's not taken off your record, but jobs and other folks, when they pull your history, they won't see it. So it won't keep you from getting a job or participating in certain programs, things like that. I'm part of it, yes. Immigration, yeah. About immigration? So we do immigration services at ACANA. So it can be citizenship, VAWA, working permits, cancellation of removal. So it's so much different immigration work. And we also have a lawyer as well. Absolutely. I would say 70% of our clients are Liberian. Then we have Nigerians, Sierra Leoneans, Guinean. Yeah, it's all over.
Now, do you get a lot of guys who are illegal? People who are illegal and afraid. Some people are illegal and afraid. They want to come off all the, some kind of feeling, they want to get arrested and so on. Do you get illegal?
Oh yeah, we have a client who crossed the border from Mexico, and he's here. Was able to we filed for his asylum and his working papers. He's working right now.
Oh, so this is limited to Liberians?
Oh no, it's not limited to Liberians. It's limited to everyone.
Everyone.
Yes. Who? Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
So tell you about another again?
Wonder.
Okay. On the spot.
Right.
Okay, Johnny, welcome to the
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, so
what is the process? What is the requirement? What people folks out there watching? What do you do?
Sure. So what we're doing is we're trying to help people who have Philadelphia criminal records. I'm an attorney over at the Defender Association of Philadelphia. That's the public defender for Philadelphia County. So what we're trying to do is be out here working with the United Way and ACANA to get people in, see what's in their records, and then see what we can do to help them. Every client is different, every case is different, but mostly it's trying to find out where we can help, and if we can't, give people the tools to moving forward to try and take some to help themselves. Sorry? Well, so if we had represented you before and we can do work for you, then that part is free. However, if we didn't represent you, then we have to send you somewhere else, and there may be income qualifications. Their name, their address, their phone number, and their email. But we're only, let me be very clear, we're only handling Philadelphia cases. So if it's outside of Philadelphia, we can't do anything.
Okay, so when you say those, do you have those that can speak English?
I'm sorry?
Those that can speak English. They can speak English, can they come as well?
For today, that will depend on if ACANA has interpreters. We may not. You know, it's up to them. If not, they can always come to our office at 1441 Sansom Street in downtown Philadelphia. All right? Thank you. Just a reminder, if you are coming in, get in soon because we have to stop right at 2 p.m. sharp. Okay, thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2. You ready? You ready? Okay.
All right, so tell me a little bit about this. What's this?
Well, first and foremost, I'm Rodney Holiday. This is my name is Peter Graham. We're Moravia Home Health. Okay. The home health care service provider. Okay. Started in 2012. Okay. We're located 1500 Walnut Street in the city of Philadelphia, Suite 1900. We're state licensed and certified. Okay. We have 10 locations throughout the state. We're partnered with the Philadelphia Eagle, Philadelphia Union, and the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm going to come right back and talk to you.
Please come back.
Well, here with us we have one of our partners, one of those people whose career started with this kind of work. That is supporting and working with ACANA for the benefit of this community. And she went on to become the Registrar of Will from the city of Philadelphia. And she's doing a wonderful job as Registrar of Will. She goes to every event. She makes sure that generational wealth is transferred to our community. And she makes sure she brings the resources that the city of Philadelphia has to offer our community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to introduce my friend and my sister, Miss Tracy Gordon.
Thank you. I won't be long. Again, I'm Tracy Gordon. I'm the Registrar of Wills here in the city of Philadelphia and Clerk of Orphans Court. And one of the most important things I want you all to understand and make sure you visit our table right here is you need to make a will. There is no such thing as an automatic transfer of wealth. Your wealth, houses, cars, gold, diamonds, it does not automatically transfer to your loved ones. There is legal paperwork that you need to get from my office in order to get access to the assets of your loved ones. You need to make a will. There are 8 components to a will. A will must have a date. A will must say, this is my last will and testament. A will must also say, I am of sound mind. I am of sound mind. Nobody is coercing me to write this will. A will also must name the executor. That's the person that's going to take care of your business because you can't take care of your business because you're dead. That is a person that you need to trust. As an executor if it's a male, as an executrix if it's a female. You need to name that person in your will. You need to also name an alternative executive just in case the executive that you name can't be found, may die, or may not want to do it. You also need to list in your will what the asset is and to whom that asset is to go. It needs to be clear. This house is going to my daughter. This car is going to my son. My jewelry is going to such and such. And then you must sign the will. That is called a holographic will. I have all these details. That is a basic holographic will that you can write on your own. Now, everybody always asks me, do you have to have witnesses sign your will? No, but it's a best practice to have 2 people witness
that will. They also say, does the will need to be notarized? No, but best practice is to have it notarized. These are the components of a will. It has to be dated. It has to say, this is my last will and testament. It has to say, I am of sound mind. It has to name an executor or executrix, the person that's going to take care of the business. That person needs to get a copy of your will. You keep the original will, because I don't see the will until you die. The will must list all your assets, and there's a signature after you list all your assets and say who those assets go to. If you put any assets underneath the signature, then that will not count into the will, and it has to go into what's called intestacy. When you don't leave a will, then you have to come to my office and ask to be the administrator of the will, because somebody has to do the business of the will. That means I would have to choose between your relatives, who most of the times are fighting, who is going to be the best person to be the administrator. So you need to name the executor, so you don't leave it on me to name the administrator of your will. When you leave when you die without a will, then it goes into intestacy, and the state of Pennsylvania already left the will for you, and it goes by biology, husband and wife, children, and it goes down that family tree. So for instance, if you die and you say, I want my will, you tell your granddaughter, I want my house to go to you, and you die without a will, and you have children, your grandchild is not the next in line, and your kids will inherit it over your grandchild. That's why it's important to make a will, because you have the power to decide who inherits your things. A will is a gift that goes into fruition when you die. I do not see the will until after you die. You have to put it in a safe place. Oftentimes people come in my court and they say, I know my mom had a will, I know my grandmother had a will, I know my father had a will, but we can't find it. Then there's no will. People come into my office and say, my grandmother said, this is my house. I've taken care of my grandmother all her life. Her kids was never around, etc., etc. I deserve this house. She will not inherit that house if that person has kids unless those kids sign the house over to her. And how many people are going to do that? You don't make a will when you get old. You make a will when you get an asset. An asset is not just material things, houses, cars, jewelry, bank accounts. It's also your minor children. It's also your disabled children. If you want to make sure you protect them, something could possibly happen to you before they turn 18. So they become orphans. You want to also name in the will who you want to take care of your children or your disabled child in the event that they outlive you. I'll finish with this. It's important, guys, because I see the trauma, but there's nothing I can do to that grandchild. I can't say, I believe you, that your grandmother left you the house. I can't do that. I have to follow the law. If there's no will, then I have to go by what's in intestacy and what the state said, and the state already said who your next of kin is going to be. Because we have not been taught that, we are sitting in an area that's inundated with what's called tangled titles. A tangled title is when you have a house that's still in the deceased or the dead person's name, and you believe, because that was my mom's house, this is my house now. Remember, I said there's no automatic transfer of wealth. The house is in the deceased person's name. You do not own that house. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if you was the only child, unless you come down to my office and probate that estate, which means bring the will in so I can prove that you were next of kin, or so you could be assigned as administrator. That house is what's called dead capital. So I have a program that's called the Probate Deferment Initiative, because a lot of people are living in houses that they don't own and they think they own, and it's still in the dead person's name. There's 11,000 of them in Philadelphia, and they're concentrated in this area: Southwest Philly, West Philly, North Philly, Germantown, and the lower northeast part of Philadelphia. You are eventually going to lose that house. You will not be able to pass that generational wealth down unless you come to my office and come through these programs so I can help you get access to the ownership of that property. So if you want to leave your children or whoever you want to leave your gift to, your things to, please make a will. We have all the information on the table, so you can do a holographic will, which is a handwritten will, and it goes detail by detail. But I always say, best practice is to consult with an estate planning attorney. Not the attorney that you use when you have a car accident, not the attorney that you use for your life insurance. Use an estate attorney, because everybody has different situations. And for all my immigrant family here, this is the laws of the state of Pennsylvania. Each state have their own laws that govern them, okay? So the thing is that different cultures have different ways on how they pass generational wealth down. Well, when you are in America, when you're in the state of Pennsylvania, you have to follow the laws here. So you need to come to our office, and if you have family that live in other states, it's almost basically the same, but it's different. For instance, in the state of Maryland, they actually come and register a will when they make it. In the state of Pennsylvania, you hold the will, you put it in a safe place, and you let someone know where the will is. Because oftentimes people come to my office and say, I know my mom made a will, I've seen it, but I can't find it because somebody must have gotten the house and destroyed the will when they seen that they wasn't listed on it. So that means to me there's no will. A verbal will, that's no will. You have to put it in writing, you have to put it up, and you have to make sure that the executor get a copy of the will, just in case that original will gets lost. You know? So I want to just reiterate this to you all. There's 8 components to a will. Right there, I listed them. You must have a date. You must say, this is my last will and testament. You must say, I am of sound mind. In other words, nobody has a gun to my head. I'm alert. You don't wait until you get on your deathbed and chemo and you know. I'm not saying that you can't make a will then. I'm just saying it's not best practice. You must name the executor or the executrix, somebody that you trust. It may not be the oldest child. They may be messy. It may be the youngest child. They may be the most business. So you have to name somebody that you trust that's going to take care of the business. And that business is, they're going to make sure all your debt is paid, they're going to make sure the inheritance tax is paid, and then they're going to disperse of your assets the way you listed in the will. You have to put on the will the list of your assets and to whom they're going to. It has to be your John Hancock, your signature. And best practice, get it notarized, and get 2 witnesses to be there while it's notarized. That's called a self-proven affidavit. That's a bulletproof will. If you need any other information, I see somebody has a question. Yes, sir. Your question?
My question is, isn't the practice normally when you get the will, you have it with the lawyer, and the lawyer has also a copy of it?
Well, good question. So, sometimes you can leave it with the lawyer if you want, or leave it with whoever you trust, or you can put it up in a safe deposit box at your bank, or you can keep it in your house in a safe place in a lockbox where you keep all your insurance policy. And let me just tell you all something about a power of attorney, okay? A power of attorney ceases once you die. So if somebody's a power of attorney and the person died, they cannot do anything legal. They do not have no authority over any decision which is their estate. The person that supersedes the power of attorney is the executor. A power of attorney cannot go to the bank and withdraw from the bank. Once you die, the power of attorney. So you need to get 3 things. Power of attorney, a living will. A living will is a will that is for medical. You know, you say a living will, something happened to me, don't prolong my life, take me off. And then there's the will. There is the will that I just was telling you about. And that will is your insurance to protect your generational wealth. That will is the one that you bring down to my office, and you'll be out of my office in 20 minutes with the necessary paperwork that you need to take to the recorder of deeds to get the title transfer in your name. Need to take to the bank so you will withdraw. That will gives you the authority, the executor, the authority to disperse of your assets. We have not been doing that. We have not been educated, and I'm telling you all, Philadelphia is in a state of emergency because we have 11,000 tangled titles in the city of Philadelphia, $1.1 billion worth of dead capital. They can't sell the property because they don't own it. They can't pass the property down to their family because they don't own it. It's still in a dead person's name. They cannot get homeowners insurance because they don't own it. It's still in a dead person's name, which is a safety issue. If your house burns down and you don't have homeowners insurance, you're not going to have $20,000 to rebuild it because you can't get homeowners insurance if the house is still in your dead mother's name. You cannot get home equity loans. You cannot pull equity out of the house. You do not own the property. And now, in some of these booths, there is basic system repair grant money. That's free money that comes from the government that helps you fix the infrastructure of these old houses like electrical, plumbing, roof, windows. You don't qualify for it. You will not be eligible for it. Why? Because the house is not yours, because it's still in the dead person's name and a tangled title. We have a big problem here in Southwest and West Philly. Families are living at home thinking that they automatically inherit the property because it's their mother's property or their grandmother's property or their aunt's property. And that's why you see a whole bunch of abandoned lots and abandoned properties around here, because they are entangled titles, which means the family cannot do anything legal with the house. And we have a problem here in Southwest Philly. And my outreach coordinator here, Mark Harrell, he has all the information you need. We will come to any of your organizations. You can email us, you can call us, you can write me. I'm on Facebook. We are all social media. We are on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. All you have to do is put Philadelphia Register of Wills in the search engine or hashtag PHLROW, which stands for Philadelphia Register of Wills. My name is Tracy Boyd. I'll take another question if you have it. Yes, that I need water, yes.
I just want to say one more thing. What you're saying is so true because when my father passed away, he left money in the bank, right? It didn't mean anything because we still had to go through the process of proving he passed away. We had to go through the process of the register of the wills, get a death certificate, and reveal to them, and show it to them that he died, and they knew my father.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
When you have money in the bank, $10,000 or more, you have to come and probate. Probate means you have to prove the will. You have to open the estate. You have to get the necessary legal documents from to take to the bank if it's more. If it's less than $10,000, all you have to provide is proof that you are next of kin. Whether you are a child, you got to prove that. You have to have the death certificate and you have to have the funeral bill for $10,000 or less. But you will not be able to go to the recorder deed, which is 2 different offices, guys. 2 different offices. I'm the Register of Wills. You elect me every 4 years. By the way, the election is coming up at May 16th. Push button number 48, don't be late. Push button number 48, don't be late. And the Recorder of Deeds is an appointed office. He's appointed by the mayor. It's 2 different offices. My office, the Register of Wills, is where you come to get the legal paperwork. The Recorder of Deeds is where you go and take my paperwork and say, now transfer the deed from my mother's name to my name. You have to understand there is 2 different offices. When you come to my office, I'm only giving you the legal paperwork so you can go to the bank and say, give me the money. You can go to the stocks and bonds and say, give us the money. You can go to the Recorder of Deeds and say, now put this in my name. Then you go, there's 2 different offices. So I want y'all to let you know that. Ms. Paula has a question.
Talk about some of the stuff that had to change at the state, because people always think it's just the city, but then you was doing some work with the state level about some things that had to change at the state, because it's been bad with people stealing property and doing all kinds of fraud, and then we needed to have an advocate to go be appointed at the state. So could you talk about some of that?
Okay, so since I've been in office, and this is my first term, I was elected your first woman, first black ever elected to this office in Philadelphia history. This office has been in existence since the 1600s. And besides validating wills, my office is where you come to get married. We issue marriage licenses, and we have the marriage records that date back to the 1850s. So if your mother got married, I have her marriage license. If your grandmother got married, I have the marriage license. If your great-grandmother, all the way back to the 1850s, you can come and ask for a copy of your marriage license. We have the records. Now, what Ms. Paula was saying is how people are fraudulently stealing people's homes. Well, when you make the will, they can't steal your house. Because once the will comes down and you record it, then you can get it transferred in the name that you wanted to get it transferred. But when you're sitting in a tangled title and you die and your family don't want the house and nobody don't know where you are, that's how they can come and sneak and steal home. That's why I said when you make a will, that's your bulletproof insurance to protect your generational wealth. So this is a pandemic in our city, and the state has recognized this, and they started a state Register of Wills Association, and they appointed me as one of the members. So now I represent the city of Philadelphia for the state. Because remember, the Register of Will is a state office. We just get our budget approved. Last year, we sent $110 million to the state of Harrisburg. That's how much money. So don't let nobody tell you that the land is not worth anything here in Philadelphia and your houses is not worth anything in Philadelphia. This is worth a lot of money. So that's why you have to keep your necessary paperwork for it. And by the way, my office also is one of the first offices that created what you call Zoom hearings. Whereas now, because of the pandemic, say for instance you passed and you left some of your estate to some of your family members in Liberia or Nigeria or whatever. They don't have to fly all the way out here. You can do it remotely by Zoom. So now you can do it by Zoom, and your attorney can represent you, so your family don't have to fly all the way out here from other countries and other parts of the state. We can just do it by Zoom. So that's another option. But I want to lastly say to you all, I've been really passionate about the quality of life. I'm from Southwest Philly, guys. I live right around the corner here. I've been a block captain for 21 years. I'm also served as a committee one, and I've been an activist. So I proudly say I'm an elected activist. Yeah. And I didn't put, just because I'm an elected official don't mean I start fighting for y'all. And it's not just fighting for y'all to teach y'all how to protect and transfer your generational wealth, but it's also making sure that we have quality playgrounds and quality commercial corridors. And that's why I partner with an organization like ACANA, who is trying to bring business here. Because business and commerce, it will trickle down to the neighborhoods. So one of my emphasis was, I hope you all consider to become a block captain or organize to keep your neighborhoods clean, help keep the parks clean, help keep the recreations clean. It only takes a couple of minutes to help people to do that. And that has been my passion. So I am one of the only elected officials that is actually from Southwest Philly. But my office, I want to put this in, is a citywide office, so you can vote for me any part of the city. So I just want to let you know I'm a proud Southwest Philadelphian. I will have ownership to my home in a couple of months. And so I am a friend to you all, and I am a neighbor to you all, and I care about you all because we work hard for our little row house. People can look at our row houses down any way they want, but when you look across this country, the affordable house is the one your family owns. The affordable house is the one your family owns. Now, whether or not that house is in a tangled title, that you could come to us and we'll help you get the house in your name so you can be able to do legal things. So protect your house. And the best way to protect your home and your family is to make a will. Because when you don't make a will, you leave your family susceptible to all kinds of fights and all that. When you make a will, they can fight if they want. You're dead, you won't know about it. And they have to just follow your rules. So make sure you pass your generational wealth down to people that is going to appreciate your generational wealth like you appreciated your wealth. You know what I mean? And it may not be who expects that they're going to get it because it's not an automatic transfer of wealth. It's your stuff. So whoever you decide to leave it to is your business, but make sure that as soon as you buy a house, you make a will. As soon as you have another child, add them to the will, because you can change your will. Remember, you can't make a will till you're 18. Remember, I don't see the will until after you die. Remember that you don't have to have 2 witnesses and a notary, but that's best practice. Make sure that you sign it at the end. Make sure that you say it is your will. Make sure you put the date. Make sure you say I am of sound mind. And make sure that you put it in a safe place. Make a copy. Give the copy to the executive. Tell them to open it up when you die. And make sure you get all this information here over at the Registry of Wills, because it tells you everything. Again, Tracy Gordon, Registry of Wills and Clerk of Wolfman's Court. Vote for me Tuesday, May 16th. Push button number 48. And don't be late.
We're going to